Yeah, I'm trying to locate where the water pump would be, and judging by the water hookups outside and the sound of the water pump running, I'm guessing that it's down in here. Water pumps are not always in the most accessible places, but you know, it is what it is. Water will be inside the pump, and if you don't push that out with antifreeze, then you risk the water inside the pump freezing. A lot of people don't know that on these Suburban water heaters, the electric function of the water heater will be on this toggle switch outside next to the heating element. And if you leave that on after you've drained the water heater, that heating element will burn itself up, 30 seconds or less. It'll be so damaged that you'll need to replace it. Before we run antifreeze into the lines, we'll drain the water heater. We're going to take the hose off, and then we're going to find the low point drains for the plumbing. Drain all the water out of the low point drains. Just let those drain until they stop. And then before we put the antifreeze into the lines, we'll want to go back and close those off. Otherwise, it'll just throw the antifreeze right out onto the ground. And then at that point, we can do the bypass valves in the back of the water heater, and then go ahead and suck the antifreeze into the system. And these are just quarter turn valves as well. So now, with the handles running with the line, we know that it's going to allow the antifreeze to go through the bypass and not into the water heater. And then, before I turn this valve here, quarter turn, so that the water pump is wanting to suck out of the jug and not suck out of the fresh tank below the floor. All right, now we'll get out and go turn on the water pump. We'll come to the switch, turn on the water pump, and right now the water pump is sucking antifreeze out of the jug. We're gonna go to every water fixture, open it up. When we start seeing pink come out of the fixture, we'll close it off, it'll be done. So you do hot and cold, and move on to the bathroom and do it. The vacuum brake and the valve on the toilet, any residual water that's in that, you really need to have the antifreeze push it out, so that you don't have a broken toilet valve in the spring as well. So now we got another full jug on there, and then we'll hit the hot knob of the shower. There we go. Don't forget the outside shower if you have one. A lot of people will forget that, especially if you don't use them. But you want to come back outside and run the antifreeze through this. There's pink. And the hot. There's pink. So typically, it only takes about 1.5 gallons, maybe 2 at the most, to do the winterization. Whatever you have left over, just take it and go around, dump it down the drains so that that the P-traps have plenty of antifreeze in them. Well, as you can see, winterizing is a simple process. Doesn't mean it's necessarily simple to do, because you saw how hard it was to get at the water pump. In some scenarios, it's easy to get at, it's easy to do, you can handle it yourself. A lot of people don't want to handle it themselves, and we'd be happy to help you with that. Feel free to give us a call. We'll get you on the schedule, get you winterized, and then if you want to have us de-winterize your coach, give us a call again, get ahead of time. We'll get you on the schedule, and we'll have you set up and ready to go.